Come on, family, come on, get fired up from the inside out. Welcome to another episode of FTIO number 50, y'all. Yep, number 50. We're just a few videos away for wrapping up the year. Now today, and these next couple of videos, I'm gonna talk about what I call the camera of truth. Yep, I'm saying that one more time, the camera of truth. Now I'm not talking about your iPhone camera, I'm not talking about your 35mm cameras. I'm talking about the camera that we use when we remember to realize with our real eyes, and I'm talking about the eyes of our heart. Matter of fact, just a little shout out, these shirts are gonna be dropping soon. I got 2 versions coming out, 2 Realize with your Realize shirts coming out, so just stay tuned for that. But when we realize with our realize, and I'm talking about the eyes of our heart, the first step of the camera of truth is zooming in. I'm gonna say that one more time, y'all. Zoom in. Now, when we think about taking that perfect picture, you know, we think about all the adjustments we have to make. Sometimes we gotta zoom in, sometimes we gotta zoom out, but we wanna make sure that the picture is crystal clear, ratios are right. But the very first step in the camera of truth is zooming in. And when we zoom in, the question I always ask is, who are you? Who is the true you? What are you all about? What's most important to you? Like if we took your heart right here and we were examining that, your heart, not anybody else's heart, but your heart, what would it have on there? What would we see? What are some of the things that, you know, are so important to you that you would even die for? What are some of your morals, your values? What are the things that keep you going every day? What pushes you? What drives you? Because for me, we can't do any good in the world until we figure out who we are. And until we figure out who we are, we're no good to anybody else. Okay, now there's a lot of different ways I use the zoom in tool, but the very first way is that self-reflection, is that zooming in. Who are you? What are you all about? Like if you were to pass away tomorrow, I always say this, if you were to pass away tomorrow, what would be the 1 or 2 most important things that you would want people to know about you? All right, because then once we figure that out, once we zoom in and figure out who we are and what we're about, what's most important to us, what drives us, what keeps us going, even when we don't have anything left in the tank, once we figure that out, then we can start from there. But a lot of us don't even know who we are. Or maybe we do and we're too scared to show it. Or maybe we're not sure, so it takes some time. It's gonna take reflection. So zooming in, and this is just a short version of how I share this tool when I go out and I would lead workshops and retreats and things like that. But zooming in is really focusing on you. Who are you? What are you all about? What's most important to you? So as we wrap up this year, my invitation to you is to take some time, some just quiet time, some alone time. Zoom in on who you are and what you're all about. What's most important to you? Who's most important to you? What are some of the activities that are most important to you? What are some of the hobbies and interests, the values you have? What are those things in your life that are most important to you? Write it down, reflect on it. Because then once you zoom in and figure out who you are, that's where we're gonna take you to the next step, which I'm gonna share in my next video. All right, but remember, it doesn't happen until we remember to realize with our realize, and I'm talking about the eyes of our heart, y'all. We're gonna finish this year off strong. These next couple of videos are gonna be, you know, about the zoom in, the zoom out, and the press record. But right now, before we do anything at all, stop everything you're doing. Take a moment and just zoom in and figure out, like, who am I? What am I all about? What's most important to me? Because when you zoom in, then you'll find out how unique and unrepeatable you really are. So with that being said, thank you for taking the time to check this video out. We got 2 more videos left. All right, I'm gonna keep talking about the camera of truth because that's how I wanna end this year, by sharing one of the most important tools that changed my life. So with that being said, y'all, your boy's out of here. Remember, it's just not gonna happen until we remember to realize with our realize. The camera of truth, y'all. Zoom in. Stay tuned for the next video. It's coming real soon. Peace.